Today I'm going to show you the easiest way to add a drop shadow to an image or text within Adobe InDesign. This will go through all the settings and how to apply them, and also how to make your designs look better and stand out from the crowd. For those who don't know me, my name is Darren Goddard and I've been working in creative production for over 20 years now. And on this channel I aim to help you become more productive working in InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator and various other software. So let's jump into the video. Now back in InDesign, let me show you how to put this drop shadow onto an image and some text. So first we'll deal with the image. So what you need to do is go up into the panel here which says the effects, and then you hit on drop shadow. This will bring up this box. We've got lots of other options here, but today we're only going to focus on the drop shadow. So what we'll do, we'll actually put the preview button on so we can actually see what we're doing when we do it live. So we've got over here the opacity, and this tells us how dark and how transparent the actual shadow is going to be. You can see the mode settings here, the blending mode. Again, we're only going to deal with normal and multiply today. Normal will give you an opaque drop shadow, and if you put it on multiply, it will actually multiply onto the image underneath. So in this case, because we're on a white background, we only need to go normal. So we'll add that on normal. Here we have the distance, so we can move the distance, and it works in the X and Y axes. As you can see here, this moves as I click it. The angle, you can change this to which way the shadow goes. So that looks quite nice. The size, which will then tell you how big it is of the blur. So now we've got 11, so it's blurred quite well. So that's quite nice. And then obviously the opacity, which I mentioned earlier. So we'll adjust the opacity so we can make that as we want. And then we'll bring this back down a bit because it's quite too harsh. These two settings here, this will knock out from the object underneath. And this one here will, if you've got any other effects, like a blur or anything over an image, this will honour those effects as well. So what we'll do now, we will apply that by clicking OK. And then we've got a nice drop shadow, which is not too harsh, going onto the paper. So next thing, on to text. So obviously we've got some text here in black. So say we want to position this over here. And we don't want it in black, we want it in white. But obviously if we put it in white, which I'll do now, it's going to fade in slightly here. So this is where the drop shadow comes into its own to lift text off of images. So once again, we can go into the effects, hit drop shadow, and it will come up with the default settings, which as you can see don't look great, but we'll obviously change those to suit what we're doing. So we can drop the opacity down again. We can drop the distance and the size. This will make it a bit harsher, but I think with something like this where you need to pop the image out, it's good to have a bit of reduce the size. And then we'll click OK, and there you can see it's lifted from the background, which gives a nice effect, and that's how you put a drop shadow on an image and text within InDesign. If you found this helpful, then please consider giving me a like, and if you'd like this in the format of a PDF, then please add shadow in the comments below and I'll send it as a PDF format. Thanks, until next time, keep creating. And if you'd like to see another video in my series, please click the link here.